Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Finally met at our usual time, not at those wee hours in the morning. So I think that's kind of great. Anyways, taking a look, we've been doing a lot of winter updates lately, so I figured I'd mix it up a little bit, and we're gonna look at the Canadian wildfires, and I can tell you a little bit about what it's like to because I'm here in Cleveland, and you can see here this is an air quality map. And just from firsthand experience, I looked outside this morning. It looked like it was snowing, and it was really cool because I know last night or this morning I talked about how, you know, um, sometimes I'll go out early in the fall, and I feel like winter's here because you just get that nostalgic feeling in late fall when the leaves are all gone. It's getting colder and all that. But anyways, I thought it was snowing this morning because the air was just so densely, there's smoke filled in it, and you get that, wow, it looks like it, kind of snowing kind of impression. But also, I went outside, and you can smell the smoke. Like it's like if someone next door neighbor had a barbecue going, or a pit fire where they're doing roasted marshmallows or whatnot. It's like that. It's like that. Like no exaggeration there. But so again, here's our wildfires we have in Canada. Again, obviously we must have some heat there. But Joe Bastardi said the biggest reason for this is the jet stream, which makes sense because it's kind of hard to pull off a big wildfire situation to a certain extent in Canada. Because, for example, comparing it to like Texas and areas that are further south where it's hotter, but it happens. It actually has happened the past 3 years, and the first year I remember this happening in terms of my entire life was in 2023. So this is the third time that's happened since then. So this is unusual, a little bit odd, but anyways, here's our air quality map. As you can see, any of these colors here that are sticking up the highest, that's where the air quality is the worst. So again, affecting air quality. So there is some important notes to this. I mean, if you're in these areas, I'll just go off the most significantly hazardous right here. It says hazardous air quality. There's a health warning of emergency conditions. Everyone is more likely to be affected. So, stay inside if you can. I would advise. I know that's not always possible for everyone, but so here's our forecast for today. Our air quality. This is July 16th, and we go to July 17th. That's still pretty bad, and in fact, that's going to be one of our worst days here in Cleveland. Um, but here's our smoke map. Isn't this something? Wow. We have smoke all the way up from northern Canada, extending to the Great Lakes, all the way to the Mid-Atlantic, even out to the Atlantic Ocean, and it's everywhere, really. It's a very, very expansive situation. Wow. And then you see our wildfire location map. There's a ton of wildfires everywhere. I guess so far I busted on my forecast where there would be a lot of wildfires in the Midwest, but still, look at these wildfires in the western third of the country, and the Canada. Wow, Canada is just out of this world in terms of, there's a lot of wildfires there. If you look at, even compared to the Western USA, this is like, wow. So now I understand why you can go outside and smell the smoke. This is a lot of fire going on in Canada. My goodness gracious. So that's one thing I want to look at. The next thing is our hurricane outlook. So we're getting some action in the Atlantic, nothing too drastic. We got a little ham sandwich system. In other words, not from our source region in the based off an African wave. It kind of developed really close to land, so those are usually hard to get formation in the landfall from. But we do have Tropical Storm Elida here, and I think this is heading toward Hawaii. No, it's heading northward. It'll become a hurricane by Friday tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm sorry, 5 a.m. And then it'll remain a hurricane until 5 p.m. Saturday. And then it kind of just dissipates by 5 a.m. Tuesday. It's back to a depression. And then we have a little area here in the yellow, a disturbance, a tropical disturbance. So I guess we can kind of tie some winter in here too. This won't be a winter hint, but I will look at our El Nino situation currently, which does have a major impact on winter, obviously. So let's take a look at our current El Nino. Let's just do our surface anomalies. So just you can kind of gaze at this and kind of get the impression of what's happening here. You can see it's strengthening clearly. You can see throughout this loop here, we're gaining steam and heat in this equatorial Pacific region. So again, El Nino looking likely. And I will close off with this brief update with saying I never said I was backing down from my winter forecast. I only said I'm willing to see it, that there's a potential for a warm winter. So don't be of the impression I was being wishy-washy with that. I was very clear. I said, I'm sticking to my guns on my winter forecast, but I'm putting the option out there that might not be the case. Now, after being unbiased and fully disclosed about that and sticking to my guns on my winter forecast, it's looking back towards my original forecast for this winter, which is a cold one, Mordecai Ensel winter, nor'easter winter, subtropical jet stream winter, which would enhance nor'easters, and just all in all cold throughout the USA. And so yeah, that's it. I'm also gonna be looking into the Midwest and Great Lakes, areas like Tennessee, and I'm not gonna forget about you guys in the Southwest either. So I'm gonna get all those locations in future updates. But in the meantime, I just want to hit a quick little update in. So yeah, enjoy your day, guys. And it is July 16th. Summer's halfway through. It's getting to the dog days of summer. I think that's like in August they term those as the dog days because it's very hot and humid for the whole country mainly. So all right, guys, this is Tyler from Tyler's World of Weather. If you like long range weather content, you'll see 95% of what I do is long range here, except this one. But again, if you like this update, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Or if you like this video, be sure to share. If you like the video itself, simply just give me a like and hit me up in the comment section. And as for the comment section, I want to know what is your favorite type of winter storm? Now, let's just keep it at snow. Do you like the blizzard type? Do you like the heavy snow? Do you like a lake effect? Do you like those big systems that just drop a lot of snow and just hover over an area for 24 hours? I don't know. Just a question I threw out there just to keep you guys involved and interactive, and to keep some fun in this channel. So, all right, guys, that's it. Have a great day. Peace out. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.